Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is currently 2 o'clock, and despite me sitting here for like the past 10 minutes setting everything up, I still am somehow not ready. I was messing with my camera settings because lighting sucks. I hate lighting, both in like art drawing and just in general. So, cool. Let's get started. Where is my fine liner? Oh, I have like a billion fine liners, but I gotta be careful about which one I choose. There we go. Cool. Okay, let's get started. I have a new camera angle that I want to experiment with. And man, this music is like, it's not loud, but it's, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I have a new camera angle thing that I want to try that I was just messing with. If it's cool, we can keep it. If not, whatever. I think it's fun, but we'll wait for people to pop in to try it out. We're back from a short break, going to see some family. It was a great excursion. Now we're back. That going out and seeing family has like spurred me on, given the energy to do some more projects. I've been kind of wallowing in my own maybe laziness. I don't know. It's it could be hard to get things going, right? Especially after a period of like a lot of work. Maybe it's just me recovering from burnout, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Over the past while. And I came to a point, and this is usually how I recover from burnout. Or at least how I start doing things again. I'm not sure if recover is correct. But I get very, like, tired of not doing anything, if that makes sense, right? Like, you know, let's say I sleep in for an hour. Or not sleep in for an hour, but like stay in my bed for an hour, right? In the morning. I wake up at the right time, but I stay there. After a while, that just gets old. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even enjoying this. And I know that, so let's just, you know, start making small adjustments, right? It is, you know, it does start with like, oh, I know it needs to change, but I don't need to know how, or I don't know how or don't want to, right? Like the energy to change things isn't worth the energy of the discomfort of being lazy, I guess. Maybe lazy is not even the right word because that's like a negative connotation. But yeah, right. It takes a lot of energy to get going again. Regardless, and I don't have the energy to do that. It isn't worth it, right? I don't know how a better way of explaining it. But I've noticed with me personally, just after a while, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. We gotta change something, right? So we're in the midst of making those small changes. I have some plans. I've learned probably over the past 8 years, don't talk about your plans. Ever. I mean, of course, like, if you need help and critique, and of course you want to make sure you're going a good direction and never work in a vacuum, right? But at the same time, like, don't convince yourself that the job is done because you've been talking about it so much, right? Or don't use the act of talking about it as a way to supplement, like, give you motivation. It can work, you know, but I feel like both when you talk about it, it builds expectations for both you and someone else. And say what you want about caring what other people think and meeting their expectations. But personally, you know, it could feel a lot less like if you hit a snag, those expectations will start, you know, they'll keep rising. They won't meet you at your level, right? Similarly, if you do finish it, then you met the expectation, which means like you've finished the finish line as expected, right? There's no like surprise or anything. This is once again all me, but I need to shut up. I need to learn to shut up, and I guess streaming isn't the best example I could set for that. But streaming is a end in of itself, right? I do it to catalog the process. Is it maybe antithetical to some parts of the process? Maybe. That's a rough thing to think about. But at the same time, at the end of the day, right, I gain so much joy from streaming and interacting with people through streaming that, sure, like, you know, if it made me like 20% slower at learning art, which in my opinion, you know, that's a really dumb way of looking at it, then it'd be worth it still. Because at the same time, it's a woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Like, oh, it made you 20% slower at learning art. How do you know that, right? And suppose the alternative, which is, oh no, it actually kept me consistent with art. So you could woulda, coulda, shoulda, and be like, oh yeah, but if I optimized every second of every day for studying it and I balanced everything, sure, you could maybe improve faster, but I don't pursue art for the joy of improving fast. Sure, sometimes it could be tempting, and I often fall for it, where pretty things are the things I desire most in art, and so I pursue those via studying, right? And that's always present, right? Why study to get better for a personal hobby? Well, because I can enjoy more thoroughly. But enjoying more thoroughly predicates on the fact that I appreciate beautiful things more, or things I find beautiful, which require me to study. I sneak all of my thinking segments to the beginning of the stream, so no one's here to tell me how stupid I am. No, not at all. In fact, I should probably save it for the later part of the stream, because people like TS Block and Bear and etc., especially QR and Safi, give wonderful advice or like counterpoints or stuff that's worth thinking through. A little bit of breakcore this afternoon. I was feeling something a little bit more energetic. Now, this isn't actually the breakcore I chose. This is breakcore that snuck its way into another playlist. Holy crap, this is like early 2000s. Oh my god, I love the art for this. It's expressive, but it's definitely reminiscent of like early 2000s anime stuff. I love it. Wow, that was the worst lifts I have ever drawn. That's impressive. Oof. We're gonna act like that never existed. Oh my god. After watching Feinberg as much as I do, whenever he's like, I hate watching Ludwig, and Ludwig like does some random BS, right? He's like, this piglin has never been traded, or hoglin has never been traded with before. I feel like I draw some ellipses that have never been drawn before. They're so wacky. And what's up, QR? Great to see you. How's it going? I saw you were playing sorry that I'm nosy. I saw you were playing a game, Unbeatable, right? Didn't you mention this a while ago, or no? The game Unbeatable. And also, I hope you're having a good one. I saw your wizard art. Amazing. Especially pursuing... So that was watercolor, yeah? Unbeatable. Very excited to see that, though. It's a rhythm game. I drew characters for it many times. This is why I remember it. Heck yeah. Okay. Indulging in some fun little gaming tonight. Is it like a upload your own song kind of rhythm game, or it's like set songs? I guess many of the rhythm games are like upload your own. It's got a bunch of official songs, but it has a chart editor, so both. Yeah. Yeah, I think like most modern rhythm games like need a chart editor, And that's my first time saying that word, a chart editor, so let me know if I'm using it wrong. But they have really strict rules for the chart. Oh, gotcha. Is it not like I don't know, I'm not sure if this is a bad thing to relate it to or a good thing. Friday Night Funkin', where it's like very, very crazy mod support. Oh, okay, copyrighted. Gotcha. That sucks. I get it, but that sucks. Actually, I only get like 10% of it. We want to protect individual creators, but don't let that... If I argue for like copyright in terms of like individual like indie creators or protecting people's actual creative work, it makes it sound like I'm defending the labels and stuff, which like, no, right? We know how pervasive and evil those can be. I saw, I think this was on Drawbox, like someone made a comment towards something, and the other person said, "Hey, I disagree with you, but I'm not going to argue it because it sounds like I'm defending this side." I'm like, that's a really wise way of putting things. Also, I've been giving a lot of thought. We are going to change up the warm ups that we do here because, like, I'm usually drawing throughout the day and I'm warmed up adequately. But I do think, and like, I do exercises on my own, but I feel like I have a fun idea for changing how we do that on stream. Because I've already been drawing for like an hour and a half today with warm up on the side. This is more meant to hone me in and stuff, not really challenge my brain too much. Especially since we've done it over like 600 times. But we're going to be changing it up a little bit, and it's going to maybe be fun. We'll see how far I get with it. Ah, yikes. Oh, the song. Random exercises. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it could be cool, it could not work. We'll see. Oh gosh, I'm fraying a lot. Who knows? I'm not fraying, bowing. Cool. So, we're gonna. I made sure to like not clap as hard. Oh, also, so I discovered I have this camera angle here. Wait, isn't this like intense? This is kind of fun though. It's like dynamic and everything, but it's like very like high octane. Whatever. What do we think? Do we go with this for today and see if it works, or do we like the usual this? How do we feel? This feels like I'm about to get you. Like what it feels like. I don't know. I like it though. I like it a lot. Anyways, while we may or may not hear back from QR on that, we are going to go into BRB, 2 minutes of ads, you know the drill. Come back and we're going to be working on lesson 6 today, probably doing our orthos. I want to have a short talk about some parts of the ortho, but for now, yeah, don't worry about it. Be right back. I'm back. And yeah, sorry, I realized right after I asked that, I was like, oh wait, you're playing a rhythm game. Like there's no way you could respond to things instantly. But no, it's like, so it changes the field of view from 65 degrees to 95 degrees. So it's like going from how video games tell you to play the game, which is always like 60 FOV, which I think is the human FOV as well, to like 90, right? What's the human? Is it like 65, 70? I used to know this because I was like really studying perspective stuff in it a couple months ago. La 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 la. Are we good here? So yeah, like this one, it's like, this is 95 FOV. It's the same, right? I don't know, cause like I like it. It makes the environment seem a little bit more dynamic, right? You'll see me on the table draw, but it is zoomed out, right? I don't know. I kind of mess with it. We'll see. You keep a higher FOV. I feel like that's just gonna make my hairline look bad because it's gonna push everything on my head like further away. So it's just gonna make my hairline look worse if I zoom in. You're right. Let's try it. That's baby crow over there. So yeah, now I'm just like higher FOV, right? So your guys' call. I like it though. Nice to see more space. Yeah. Let me resize it. Blech. There's like an auto resize button. That's like 2 pixels off. There we go. I don't know. It feels like if you're there's like a DJ and they have like their whole setup around them, right? It's like crazy. I just realized you can kind of like, I usually in the middle of the stream put papers on my bed so you can't see my bed as much. But now like you could almost see it. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more. This, normal. This, middle. There's a middle one, normal. Bed privacy, question mark. Actually, I proudly make my bed every day. So, and I do it military. You can see it's like tucked in. Okay, this sounds like maybe a little bit psychotic. No, probably isn't. Just like, I like, when I go to bed, I love when like all the sheets are tucked in. I'm just like freaking there, right? Just strapped in. And it's also because like I sleep, walk, and talk a ton. So like being kind of strapped into bed is probably not a bad idea. But yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so I've been doing some thinking, guys, rather surprisingly. Making your bed is straight up silly. I never do it. I don't know. Maybe it's a product of my OCD. Maybe it's a product of whatever else, but I really like it. Yeah. I don't know. It's so comfortable to me. That's why also a lot of people I know I'd say like on average when I've heard from people, they wash their sheets every 2 weeks. I wash my sheet every week. Not to be obsessive and waste water, even though I'm kind of wasting water by doing this. But it's because I use fabric softener. So like every week, my bed is super soft and it's so nice. And sleep is very important to me, despite how like much I watch YouTube in bed, which I know if like I actually cared about my sleep, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Anyways, fabric refill thingy. I was gonna post in the lesson 6 chat because I'm going to be making, and I like, okay, you're allowed to include comments with your Drawbox submission, and I want to explain my process, but I'm not sure if that counts as defending it, right? Because like I want to explain why I made certain decisions, right? I'm not like arbitrarily doing some things because we're gonna make something that like I feel like if the person doesn't hold the object, they don't understand why we made these decisions. So when we're drawing this, right, we're gonna have a line on the edge, and that line kind of indicates, unless you look at the silhouette and other stuff, right? Just bear with me. A sharp corner, right? If you don't do it correctly, right? So what you would typically do is you would have a line. Let's get the actual pin out. You'd have a line right here and a line right here, and then a rounded edge right here to indicate, hey, this is round, right? This corner, sure it converges to a point, but it's not sharp. The way we currently have things laid out, it is only one line to this corner. So we have a couple options. Option number 1, this is the hardest. On the bottom plane and this plane right here, the quarter plane, we have 1 point right here and 2 points right here, which means we round this. That's a lot of work, right? But it is technically the most accurate. The second option is to have a line here and then immediately round it outwards, but that depends on us making the right decision. So I'm mixed on this, right? I think, honestly, we should do the fully rounded one to truly convey that this is round. And I'm trying to think of the consequences of that. Because now we have 2 points here instead of the planned 1. Which makes my life harder. um, this is like Miku music. It's very Miku-esque, I guess. So yeah, these are decisions we have to make in lesson 6, right? Nothing is left up to guesswork until, or like, we'll make the best decision we can, right? And oftentimes that is guesswork, I guess, especially lesson 5 and 4, because like level of detail and how much you're going to learn something. Like you could have an entire class, like an entire draw box based off of drawing like a subset of beetles, let alone all insects, let alone all insects plus that you cover in lesson 4, right? And same thing with lesson 5. Hell, an entire class on just pumas, in my opinion. Maybe I like pumas too much. I don't know. So, but we have limited time and limited ability to explain things, so we got to choose. Besides that rant, maybe I'm just avoiding doing this. We ought to decide how we make this. See this, if we did a line straight up right here, this curve is so wide, right? So it would be like right here and here. But that isn't in line with this. So we could do an arbitrary line between here and here. Create a curve through there. But that wouldn't hit anything. So what would be the point of doing that? Other than mandating it feel curved. Bah humbug. Thinking through it slowly. I'm gonna keep these on here just to have some stuff in the background, but also think through it by looking at it. Yeah, it really does go both on out on both axes right there, and then it gets rounded. But it's not equal. Where's this line up to? These are arbitrary but garnered from the nozzle start. So I just drew it a little bit off. First XX with now Rory Twitch is somehow breakcore shit, huh? Before it was Rory. Oh, Rory in the early 20s. This is my first time listening to them. This is a new playlist. Do you know what Rory's username was before it was Rory? I do not know. Am I listening to something like problematic? Uh-oh. But this isn't actually Twitch. This is the unnamed music software. I chose a random playlist off of it. You could call it problematic. Well, thank God that song is over then. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you, playlist, for doing that. I want to switch playlists now. Let's do some new jazz. Oof, that's a lot. Breakcore? There we go. The music. Gotcha. Yeah, we were breakcore-esque today. The playlist was like a mix of breakcore and just kind of like chill, silly music. That makes sense. Thank you for informing me. I'll try to. Well, if it's something that I should avoid, then I will avoid it. Oh. Then again, there is always the veil of. I do believe in separating art from artists to a degree, right? It's never black and white. I'm not jiving with this either. Let's do. Give me Nujibus esque, please. Very picky today. Let's see if this is worthwhile. Really? Oh my god. I didn't know my breakcore genre was so rife with problematic figures. I'll look them up after stream or during another BRB to see like to see the problems. I don't want to call it drama because that sounds reductive, but at the same time. Full of bad stuff for some goddamn reason. That's so dude, that's so upsetting. Because it's like, okay, I'm not gonna say it's the most chill genre out there, right? Like we haven't even talked about ambient or anything. Watch, you tell me like ambient actually has like people that need to be on a watch list, you know? Like, dude, what the hell? It's a relatively less intensive. Not saying that there isn't intense breakcore, etc. Right? There's plenty of flavors of breakcore. But yeah, you wouldn't. I would never expect that. So my next idea. This one's bold. The current issue is that if we curve up, right, to the line that we want, this and this uh, uh that's what I get for trying to think through it. If I aligned this with the neck instead, because this is 1/4 diameter from nozzle. Oh yeah, yeah. So like this doesn't meet anything up here. It's just arbitrary. But if we could make it the same, which it feels like the neck rather than nozzle start. My annotation sucked last time. And I thought I was doing okay. Interesting. I'm gonna scroll through this list to just make sure there's no obviously AI stuff. And I'm sorry, but yeah, if you have an AI generated album cover, you count as AI. Don't judge a book by its cover. Too bad. They have covers for a reason, Get a better cover. Like in my personal opinion, which isn't very valuable, uh, like just take a random photo on on your photo album and put like this, is it sepia filter on it, and like film grain. Boom. Stupid freaking, it's whatever they do for that like TikTok, like, oh, you know, anything could be a album cover challenge or whatever it is, right? I see. I see how I did that. Well, oh wait, oh, this confused me. Okay, wait, this is good. Okay, this changes things. So this is connected to that. This is big, I think. 1/3 to 3. No, I did. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. So if this isn't square, which it obviously isn't, that means if we drew like a line up this side perfectly and a line up this side perfectly here, it will never work. Frick. I can see that now. Hey, the nice lady over there's live. Maybe we'll raid if we get some more people later. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. Wish I could like slice this thing in real life. So yeah, this is definitely the size of the neck. So yeah, the issue I'm experiencing here, right, is the rectangle that's down here where these kind of contours of the edge start are smaller than the actual radius of this, or the diameter of this, right? So that means that like it doesn't create this nice square plane up here. 1,000-degree knife challenge versus air freshener refill thingy. Why did I call that a challenge? I blame Drawbox. I mean, no, I think challenge is valid. Also, I'm sorry I'm like slow to read chat today. I don't know why. Everything on the internet's called like a challenge, right? I feel like we're only now kind of ridding ourselves of that. Barely even, right? Like there's one thing I saw on TikTok or something. You know, I don't have TikTok, but through the pipeline as it does. And it was like a woman, she was just like, yeah, this thing challenge. And it wasn't even like something challenging or like it was just like, hey, do this. Right? And like no hate to her. I was like, why are we all calling these things challenges, right? Speaking of challenges, did we hear on I'm not sure how true this is. I never looked into this further than what my friend told me. Apparently there's like a betting what's it called, like Task Market or something on Twitter, or it's an app now where like you can put up bounties, that's what they are, for people to do, and then like you'll pay them out supposedly if they do it. Isn't there like a Black Mirror episode over this? Someone put up like a $200,000 stream art bounty right now. You only lose from this, but it's okay. Money's going to a good place. Actually, I'll put up a bounty for figuring this out. Never heard of it. Sounds funny as fuck. Yeah, until someone's like, "Hey, murder this person, bounty." Like it's here. Wait, let's bounty Twitter. Okay, that's the bounty, the brand. That's not what I want. Okay, I'm not seeing anything immediately. Let's look up news. I'm not seeing much on this. Okay, so maybe I was misinformed. Or maybe I'm just using the wrong key terms, but knowing our obsession, and by our I mean like at least the United States obsession with, you know, the betting markets or whatever they're called. Not even betting because you can't use it. It's like prediction markets. There we go. There would be no surprise that this would be a thing. Okay, let's figure this out. It would just have to. Will they meet at the same point too? Is also. We're basically projecting this line, this dot. Yeah, because let's look at this from like a top. I don't need all these papers. Let's calm down. There we go. From a top-down view, what's happening is we have our ideally a square with this on the bottom and then an ellipse. Right here. So the intersection of both of them will be right here. They'll intersect guaranteed at the same point, right? Cool. Yeah, because they're never changing their X and Y positions. They're just going out and then back in. And this one's going out and then back in to that same point. So at least we have that. I just hate how arbitrary, or not arbitrary, but like strange it feels. If we drew these two lines on that plane, we would need like a this kind of feeling. This kind of feeling. Ooh, I just realized like huge issue. No, that's good, I think. No, because yeah. So as long as we can project that little bottom plane on anywhere, we're good. We just have to choose good sizes for everything, which I think we have. Cool. And that's the 1/4. This is like the most important slice in my opinion. Let's start talking about slices before we do the ortho too. And I need to drink a water. Oh my gosh. Me looking at myself drinking like from the side is probably the most unappealing thing in the world. Okay. So like before, just to stay consistent, we'll label these going upwards. Why would we need halfway? I mean, oh, okay, we don't need it, but it has to be there anyways. Only 4 slices, but one of these is going to be crazy. This slice, I'm going to use the same kind of notation I did last time. Where this one needs the cross section. Does this one? Yes. No. Yeah, because we need the ellipse here. This one can be projected. No. Either of these can share the cross, or like the middle section, right? It's a game. These implicitly need it. Of how dense it is, right? This one needs it because that unique one. So I think we can get away because this one could have it, but we don't need it. So we'll try avoiding that. This is gonna be a very dense area right here. It's gonna be rough. Slice 1. Kavel said he's gonna finish the orthos this stream. We'll see. I really want to. I want to be doing these faster. I know there's, we're not gonna rush, but I want to be mindful of my time to a degree where we at least save what time we can. So slice 1. We're gonna start down here with this slice. Say, I never wrote ratios up here. I'm a chud. I know this is 2 to 3. This is 1 to 3. So top down will be 2 to 1. And this is just going to have that. Slice 1, the most important one in my opinion, is gonna suck. Oh. Dude. We have a lot of symmetry here, which I am appreciative of. But hell, we could use projection of the bottom here on all of it, which I'm not sure why we do it, unless we want to decrease density here, so that's something that we gotta keep in mind. Ever had days where you're like, damn, I wish I could do this exercise on my own, but I gotta stream at the moment? Yeah. Yeah, especially as of recently. I've been like, I want to work on this more, but I'm just so tired. And so that's why I put in stream chat where I was like, it would be ideal if I could stream twice a day, right? So I could have a big break in the moment where I could just reset my brain. And I talked about this actually, ironically, at the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if you were here for that. That streaming in and of itself is like like I'm shooting myself in the leg a little bit in terms of art education, because I'm so dedicated to showing everything, right? But that does come with the caveat of ironically, you're not getting the authentic experience because I have to stream it, right? It's just going to be invariably different from the person who doesn't stream art, and learn it at the same time. But I still want to capture all of it, right? I do study a lot on my own. Beyond Drawbox, I do personal stuff that I'm not going to mention, not because it's like debaucherous or anything, but like I just study different things that, yeah. But it definitely does impact focus. It impacts how fast you do things. But I've grown so much with Drawbox, and to a point where I'm like, I'm not worried about improvement, right? Sure, there's time to time, especially recently, I've been like, oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that, right? All of us have that from time to time. But I don't think me streaming Drawbox has set me back. I know, like, I can't say that. It's an unverifiable hypothesis. I could have, like, if I didn't stream, I could have been, like, the best artist ever. Or I could have been the worst because I dropped it. And not the worst artist ever. But, you know, like, I could have dropped art and no longer been a person who makes art or drawing specifically. So who would have known? But I still enjoy streaming so much that I'm willing to take the known. I do feel like it impacts me in a negative way. Net streaming when it comes to art, but like very minimally, right? And for the joy I get from it, I'd say it's worth it, right? But yeah, there to answer it, you know, TLDR, yeah, there are definitely days where I'm like, I wish I could keep working on this, but I should be streaming it or etc. But if I can't stream, it's usually because something else is going on. So yeah, it's a rare occurrence. Of course, you know, I'll say it once, I'll say it 100 times. Don't stream art unless you like, or don't stream art for many reasons. Don't stream it if you want to be a student, unless you're cognizant of what it's going to do to your education. Don't stream it if you don't want to be ridiculed, because people will ridicule your art. Probably not in a horribly negative way, but they will pass judgment, and if you're not ready for that, it will hurt, right? Because you're just putting yourself in the outside world, and you don't know how it feels until you're there. Not that anyone has been like so egregious or unkind to me that I'm like messed up by it, but yeah, right. I don't know how I'm going to do this curve. This is a very interesting curve. I know we can actually cheat a little bit, and we could do a, you know, diagonal, and then project where things should be. Right? Is typically, what's a T word for good? I can only think of like tumultuous. Terrific, I guess. But like I wouldn't, it's typically terrific. What's the T word for talking? Oh wait, no. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. I thought you didn't start this the sentence with talking, and so I was like, oh, he didn't like the first word needs a T, and then I read it as I was like saying it. Oh man, I'm so stupid. That's bad. That's really bad. That's not a good look. This is what the I was about to say this is that's not good. I was gonna say this is what the average bachelor's degree is, but like first of all, I'm not trying to it sounds like I'm bragging about having a bachelor's. And then second of all, it's like, no, there's plenty of people smarter than me with a bachelor's. What's a T word for talking, dude? Oh my god. Okay. Regret, that's the song playing. It's a good way to put it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I guess we just have to we're gonna do some weird stuff here. What I'm gonna do is when we have this plane, I'm going to just do the curve. entirely, right? Like there's not really a way I could put like little. We did this in the mouse. Everybody, we're gonna have a little field trip. Beep beep. We're gonna go to drawbox.com and we're gonna look at the mouse ortho. I just dropped everything. Or look at the mouse ortho demo or mouse construction demo, and not a the mouse that you're typically used to hearing. You gotta get rid of Facecam for a bit. I apologize. Actually, no, you're welcome. Okay. Less than 6 or 7. Go. Okay, it's gonna be a bit of a jump scare because it's like the screen's gonna get really bright, and I apologize. There we go. Okay. Computer mouse. Let's revisit this. Make sure. So yeah, we have plenty of curves here. Like this. Also uncomfortable draws outside the form. And he has been lynched for that. I don't know. Lynched is a horrible word. he's been scrutinized. There we go. Jesus, lynched, dude. Holy. Yeah, I just I just said that about the person who's given me multiple years of free education and basically a platform. Okay. Yeah. You can plot points about a line, but that's about all you're gonna get. Because yeah, there's not really a better way of doing this unless I like explicitly plot out points of where it's going to pass through. Is drawing outside of the form another outdated thing? Yes, yeah, you're not supposed to go outside of the form. With like the niche exception of like buttons and stuff, right? Like as long as you construct a box for like where was it, wooden barrel? Like as long as you know, like you can draw, quote unquote, draw outside of the form if there's like it's still encased in another box, if that makes sense, right? So it's still not outside of a form, but yeah. I think it was just legitimately a mistake rather than an old rule of it. But yeah, another reason, and this is a core philosophy of Kavel's, is always okay. This is a dangerous one to recommend to people, so only do it. Did my camera get like really blurry? I think it did. That sucks. Okay, oh wait, can I mess with the autofocus? Oh my god, I'm like HD now. I was wondering why I was so pixelated. That's I was like, why is it so yeah. What I personally do, I'm not gonna say you have to do this, or I would even recommend it. Only do it if you know you can like get the right things from doing this. You're not gonna copy other people's work, which I know sounds like evil. Who would do that? But like you could subconsciously like have someone's work in front of you and then just do it, especially for like textures or stuff, right? Because like textures is so hard to do. Like take something and then be like condense it down into. Yeah. Anyways, I like looking at other people's critiques, and I think for once you get to like lesson 5, it's actually kind of very important. I'm not gonna say you have to do it, but like there are things that people commonly mess up that you can gain from. There are kind of unspoken things that have kind of changed over time with Drawbox. But at the end of the day, like if you see a critique and you don't understand why it happened, then do the lesson, right? I've already read plenty for lesson 2. Yeah, it's extremely helpful in my opinion. But you're still gonna make mistakes, right? I'm not speaking to you. QR's never made a mistake ever, but you know you're still prone to it. No matter how many critiques you read, you know you will even make mistakes that you read critiques about, just by virtue of being a human, right? But yeah, that's my take on that. Okay, so I would like to project this again. This is the projected rectangle. Now we're gonna have this. This is the worst ellipse I've ever drawn in my life. And then for 3, we're just going to project downwards actually from 4. And this is technically smaller. Okay. Actually, yeah, no ellipse is so big that it touches all the sides, but that's a issue for another time. Oh my god, I just realized a huge issue that may completely change how we do this entire drawing. Wait. No, it's fine. In fact, it's more than... We have to do some quick math. So, like, we're working with a 1 by 2 rectangle. So that means if we divide the 2 side into fourths, this kind of works. If we divide it into thirds, oh wait, no, we need to go like more. Wait, what are all of our diameters? 1/3, 1/4. Arbitrary, I think. Why did I not mark if it's arbitrary or not? Arbitrary, make square, 5, 6 vertical. You are dumb. That's past me, by the way. Arbitrary. 1/4. 1/2. Oh, okay. But that's centered. So yeah, 1/2 diameter over here becomes 1 over there. So we just multiply all of it by 2. So that makes the diameter of the 1/3 become 2/3, which means we need to go from 1/6 to 5/6. 1/4 becomes 1/2, which is means we go from 1/4 to 3/4 instead of eighths. So it's doable. I don't have to forget as much. Okay, so now with these, what it's going to look like. Slice 2, we're just going to be connecting what is effectively like here and here, here and here with this line, this line, this line. Yeah. I'm really scared of this not working, but I think it'll work. It's all dependent on us doing like one type of line. Unless we subdivide it again. Which could work. I wish I could like screen share what's going on in my brain. Actually don't, because I'm thinking of like naked dudes right now. But like ignoring that, like I feel like now I can't stop thinking about it. Like it's just in my head. Okay, never mind. But like you could see what I'm like trying to do, but it's just not working right now. Now I can't focus. Okay, whatever. Okay, I have an idea. I think it's gonna work. Where it's gonna be some really weird math. Yeah. We have to choose the sizes for this, which we already said. This is 1/3. Yes, to 2/3. Who are you? Because we know you are objectively smaller than the diameter, which means you're smaller than 2/3. Originally said it's 1/3 diameter from neck, but that's not true. And yeah, whatever. I'm not going to explain that. Which in reality that means we're working now with 1/6. It has to be less than 1/6 to 5/6, but it can't. It would be nice. Okay, what is 1/6? That's 0.16 repeating, right? It's 0.166667. Let me double check that. So that means if we did a quarter, that's halfway in between, effectively, not totally, but it's like close to halfway between a sixth and a third. 1 divided by 6. Yeah, it's 0.166667 repeating. Or not repeating, I guess. My freaking, I remember in algebra, I put the repeating sign. I did like 1/6, or like something, some like weird third division. With like 1/66666, and then I put 7 with the repeating sign off of that, and she took off the entire question wrong because it's not 7 repeating at the end. 7 is just used as like a rounding up, and I'm like, bro. Also, my entire life I suffered with like all these arbitrary and strange significant figures rules and math, where like every teacher had different rules about sig figs, and so I like studied all of these meticulously, and then like I go into the engineering world, and they're like, yeah, like, you know, significant figures are important, but like it's not that stringent. I'm like, oh my god. Screw them for that. Okay, why am I looking at my calculator? It's not going to help me. Maybe it will. 0.25 minus 0.166667 is 0.883, which is okay. Yeah, so it's practically in half, right? I don't think it's that small though. But it's still 1/4. I mean, that's really nice. Because what else are we going to do? Like 3/8 or yeah, 3/8. Actually, that'd be too small. We'd have to do like 3/16. So yeah, like why? Why would we do all of that when we can just do 1/4 and call it a day? And that's that dimension on that side. Cool. So this diameter this is projected. Diameter of the outer one is on the one side, on the two side. Why did I not annotate this better, man? It's 1/4. I'm reading the wrong thing. Yes. That one's 1/4. Which means this is 1/2. We just did that math? I think so. It means the smaller one, that oh no, sorry, the bigger one, yeah. That one should be a third, which means on the 2 it's a third, which means we go from 1/3 to 2/3. That means it's 2/3 up here, which means we go from 1/6 to 5/6, right? Because that leaves us with a 4/6 gap, which is 2/3. Yeah, okay. That one's projected. It's projected from that one. Slice 2 uses... That should be the neck, right? Yeah, neck. And I guess we can have a projected neck here as well. So that means this is the neck, which is... Oh, I'm a chud. This diameter for the bigger one is 1/2. So that's 1/2 here, which means we go through 1/4 to 3/4, which means right here it's just 1. The entire thing. Cool. That means the neck itself is 1/3. So then we can do 1/3, which brings us from 1/3 to 2/3, 2/3, which is 1/6 to 5/6. That's projected from there. Cool, yay, okay. And then we don't have any more ellipses after that, other than the arbitrary one, but like, come on, right? Is this gonna suck? Yeah. But are we gonna do it? Yeah. That's not really a but. It's still gonna suck. It's not making it any better. I'm getting a headache here. Wait, I'm gonna get some medicine for a headache real quick. Give me a quick second, guys. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's get to it. I didn't stop the timer. We're probably going overtime for sure. Going overtime today. Yeah, that entire curve is technically arbitrary. We could maybe plot it in a way and draw through it, but that requires knowing a lot more about the curve than I'm willing to. And if we could plot the entire side of a mouse, then I think that's okay. Yeah, I think we're probably decently okay. I think it is time to do orthos. Now that we've solved that, I'm glad I slept on this and didn't do it all in that one stream, because like there would have been a lot more errors. That looks good. We won't need a slice for... Yeah, we will need a slice for slice 1. Because we need to plot where the lines start from the edges. Yeah. So that's where 1/4 is. Cool, okay. Here, let me go grab some more paper real quick. Cool, cool. So now we get to. Why am I so blue? I don't. That's what I was messing before stream. Like I'm just so. And like I tried making the light warmer, right? But that like makes the camera super orange, and I'm still blue. Like what's going on, man? It's just the different cameras, but whatever. I've never cared actually in my entire life. Cool. So, this is we're gonna have four. No. How many slices? Why so blue? Dude. I'm simply blue because if I was green, I would die. Bottom and then top, right? So that's technically we don't need to slice for 3. We don't need to slice 3. You don't need to exist. It's all projected. Do we need one? No. I say we don't. But we still need slice. Slice 3 is just projected. So we just don't do it on the ortho. Nor ortho. We put a little X next to it. No ortho. No ortho, but we still have it here. Yay. Okay. So yeah, we need the top because it's arbitrary. We need this one because we project onto 3. We need this one because we project onto 2, or to 3. This one because we need these lines. And this one because that sets up the bottom. We need it as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slices of the 6 possible. Which means the only things we need. Do we need 5/6? I don't think we need 5/16. Yeah, we don't need it. Nah. I'm like going through it in my head right now. Like, do we need it? No. Yeah, we'll be fine. So we just need 1/4 for slice 1, 3/8 for slice 2, 7/16 for slice 3. Double checking everything's this for 3. Yes. We project the 1/3 diameter into there too, so we can like connect everything correctly. We could probably get away with not doing that, but I don't want to. That's not a good idea. This is slice 4. Yeah, because we have the start of the 1/4 diameter. Yep. And then top, bottom. So we don't need any of these measurements. We just need 1/4, 3/8, 7/16, 9/16. Gangster. Cool. Okay, let's focus on fitting this all on a page. We have a 2:3:1 ratio. So if we did 6:3, yeah. We multiply all of these by 3, that would be 9, so that's too big. No, it isn't. That'd be 9 by 6. Oof, we're not doing that. That's excessive. We need some quick maths for a good ratio for this. Should we do a break before this? No, we'll do a break after we have all the squares constructed, and then we'll do the rest of the ortho, which means tomorrow we're starting the box on stream 3, which I hope happens, right? Let's see. So we have a 2:3:1 and a bunch of 2:1s. How should we fit this all in there? If we multiply it by 2, then it's a 6:2 by 2 inches is rather small, but oh, that'd be 4. It's perfect. That means if our biggest is 6 and we have 11 size inches. That leaves us with about 3 because we're going to lose a bit of space for the gaps. 3 inches. So if all of these are actually 2 by 1 inches, even though it should technically be 4 by 2. Ideally, it would be 4 by 2s. And we'd have how many of those? 5 of those? So we'll just do a separate page. Okay. I'm happy with that. We probably have to replace this pin soon, so it's going to be... I'm scared of replacing because then it makes the line so dark, and it looks like I'm adding too much line weight to things. Let's get the timer out of here. Cool. Okay, time for this fun. I'm just being super accurate for no reason. Also, I think it was maybe UQR, but it could have been someone else as to who critiques Lesson 6, and I think you told me it was someone else, and I was like pretty confident it was just uncomfortable. But after a recent review, Sven Doge also, or just Sven, also does the critiques. So if I said otherwise, I was wrong. We should go bigger than this, shouldn't we? Now that we have more room, because like go big, why not, right? It means we can only fit one on the page. So if we did like 2.5. Alright, Chud. 2.5 times 2 is 5. Yeah. That'll work. So it'd be 6 plus 1.5. Let me double check that I'm not being too silly. It's going to be 3 times 2.5. 7.5. Huge. Double checking, yep, 5. Okay. So 7.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. Go up 1. Boom. Yo, what's up, Bear? How's it moving? Who knows? Sorry, I was looking at the audio stuff. How's it moving? Nice. I'm so big belly right now. I saw you got pasta. What kind of pasta did you get? Did I already ask that in Discord? I'm not sure. I was thinking it. Maybe I thought it so hard I typed it, but we'll see. I really hope the word big belly never dies, because like that one's it's really important to me. Seafood pasta? Holy. I could go for some seafood pasta. Some shrimp. Was it whenever I was in Italy? Of course, they have crazy seafood pasta, but that's they're two things. But like I did, like sometimes it had octopus in there. I was like, holy crap, you're allowed to do that? You're allowed to put octopus in pasta? And then that was the same dinner they gave me chicken liver pate. So I'm a little bit angry at them, but I can forgive them for how good the food was. And that they gave me the chicken liver pate for free, but I knew they were just giving me that to watch me eat it and not like it. Yin and yang, yeah. Eating the octopus was very strange for me. Like I'm down for it, but like it was just a very weird feeling. And when you're like, oh, no, calamari squid, right? Regardless, like calamari, no, like it was just like grilled octopus. Ah, jeez. Sounds like a good day though so far. Have you not had octopus before? I have not. Maybe I had it like fried or something. But yeah, I hadn't had octopus before that. Where I live in the US, it's good seafood is very rare, let alone like more exotic stuff. Or I would call that exotic for where I is. Where I is. Was it the whole small octopus or just the legs? Just the legs. I probably wouldn't. Okay, this sounds stupid. I probably wouldn't have wanted to eat it. And I say wouldn't have wanted to because I would have regardless. Because you know me, if I'm in a foreign place where people are giving me food, I'll eat whatever you give me. Um, is it gonna work? It should. Yeah, it will. Um, but yeah, if it was a whole octopus, I would have had my qualms. It's like if I ate lamb, but it came in a lamb shaped thing or had a picture of the lamb next to it, great job. I'm not eating it. Like that just makes me feel really bad. Now, steak, I could probably like once again when I was in Italy, I went to like a very very nice steakhouse, and they literally told me the name of the cow, like its personal name. I can't remember it, so I'm a horrible person. But these are cows like that they raised personally and stuff like that, and they like literally showed us it before they cooked it. They had a lot of pride for it, which honestly, that's probably the most respectful way to do it. They made that shit up, dude. That it was such a nice place. They could have, honestly, they could have, but it was like really, it was so fancy. Like I didn't know some of the rules, like the unspoken rules, and I kind of like my parents were like, I was like 20 at the time, yeah, or like I think I was 20 at the time, maybe 21, and so like the fact that I was like I wasn't kind of knowledgeable of these things was a little bit embarrassing. Um, but yeah, it was. They literally they literally told us about it as they were looking. I was like, so if we look at the marbling over here, I'm like, okay. And it was the best steak I've ever had in my entire life. Rip Betty died at age 5 a.m. yesterday just for you. But yeah, it's like, of course, no one here needs to comment about how horrible livestock is in the US, right? And like the whole meat industry. No, but I feel like of all the ways to like eat an animal, which just sounds so visceral when you say it out loud, I feel like that's more humane, right? It was raised on a farm, it had a name, it was taken great care of, it had a good life beyond its ending, and it's the end of it, the endemine of its life to be consumed. Maybe I've been reading too much Dungeon Meshi. Holy crap, I love Dungeon Meshi so much. I have an opinion that Ryokokoi got a little bit distracted drawing the winged lion. But I appreciate that she did that. The fact that the name says a lot, yeah. Of course, I'm not denying that the end, right, is unfortunate, but That's for me to figure out one day, I guess. I never double measured that. It's supposed to be 5 inches. Oh, you chud. Okay, cool. Maybe I did measure it again. I still haven't meal prepped for this week. I have to do that after stream, so. But I made sure to eat before stream for once, so I wasn't hungry, so I didn't have to leave because I was so hungry. My roommate bought a box of peaches. I've seriously like forgotten how great peaches are. My mouth is watering right now talking about it. Peaches to me, it's like the perfect fruit. It's not the highest on my list, but it's very high because like that shit's visceral. Like you bite into a peach, it's like it's bloody, bro. There's no like pretty way of eating a peach beyond like slicing it up and like actually preparing it. You just got to get in there, and I respect that about peaches. I could go for a peach right now. Go get a peach. I almost said go peach girl, but I wasn't too confident in that one. I haven't had a good peach in so long. Go peach girl. There we go. See? Just had to commit. It's like a band-aid. A peach, me buying peaches may be like a weekly occurrence now. We're dry. Oh. Nah, these were some Costco peaches. And say what you will about Costco. I'm not sure if there's any dissenters on Costco. But man, that was good. Like you should need like a bib to eat a peach. Like that's how you know you've gotten a good peach, is when you're concerned about your clothing. Nice. Okay. that was aggressive. Nujibus, switching to Nujibus was a good choice. Thank you for inspiring me to change the music QR. This sounds a little bit sad. I can't remember what night it was. I was just feeling in the dumps. I've been going through it with art recently, right? Which makes this story sound even more stupid. So I went on a walk for like an hour. And yeah, this was the night after I drew the wolf dog and snow leopard drawing. And I was chilling outside and I was like I went on a walk for an hour and then at like 10 p.m. I went to a random gas station and spent $5 on a chocolate milk. Which, like 20-year-old upset about art goes buy chocolate milk at $5. Why is it $5? I too have been going through it, but with art, but still drawing daily. Same here. I think that's the most important part. Keep breathing, right? And honestly, like the best, personally, I'm saying this for anyone who it may help, but I feel like QR already agrees with me in this sense somewhat. I feel like the best cure, or at least the best cope when it comes to art, like lows, art ruts, I guess, I don't know what to call it. Like this is a brush pen. Because like brush pen I already suck with. So it allows me to kind of draw without expectation still. Like I don't expect my brush pen drawings to look good at all. I have absolutely zero expectations for those, and because of that, I'm much more free, right? Sure, it is ugly, but when I'm on the art low, I don't expect anything to be pretty, right? Alrighty, this is 2.5. But yeah, $5 for a chocolate milk. Maybe that was a bad decision. I don't know what got over me that night, guys. That shit was like 76% of my daily sugar intake too. Was stupid. Honestly, don't know how to work it. Me neither. Note 10? Who is Note 10? Or what is Note 10? Or am I pronouncing it correctly? Noten? Noten? I watched Chroma Moma's video the other day from 10 months ago. 5 essential tools for artists, which I would like to first contest that. There's no essential tool for an artist besides a mark making device. So, like, it is a bit misleading. You could draw with pencil, and that's fine. Black and white digital studies. Gotcha. But he did say something very true in there when it came to his brush pen, which is the first 50 brush pen drawings you make, it'll look like you're drawing with your non-dominant hand. And for your next 50 after that, it's going to look like you are drawing with your dominant hand for the first time. So, it's a Japanese word. Oh, okay, gotcha. I've learned something new today, heck yeah. Eh? Yeah, I just miscounted. Thank God. Nope. They took Kavel off camera and shot him. Now, so news, guys. I left for the weekend, as you know, I wasn't streaming. And I came back, and my roommate texted me at like 11 p.m. and he was like, "Hey, the lock isn't working. We had like a electronic lock on our door." I'm like that. Like I only saw this the next morning, and apparently a bunch of water had gotten into it. But for context, I live on not the first floor and inside, like our door is inside. And so they replaced it, and then but water kept getting in there or something. And then this morning, you looked at the door and there was just like watermarks on the edges of the door and mold, and we're like, oh my god. So we don't know. We think it's just humidity, but we had to have someone come out and clean it and seal up all the mold. And so that was them saying that they were done. And then I was just checking in on it real quick. My roommate was kind enough to like deal with all of it for me during stream. And I go out there to check on everything, and he just goes, "Bye, Kavel." I'm like, my dad called me Kavel in real life too the other day just to like make me cringe. It's so awful. Sounds like the start of a horror movie. That's what every time I've had mold in apartments in 2 of my apartments. One time was because my roommate's toilet exploded Chernobyl style and got water everywhere. Not to anyone's fault. It was the apartment's fault. And then mold happened. And now that, which is no one's fault. But like mold is always the worst thing ever. I hate mold. Oh, like, so I have like 3 types of nightmares. I have running around like a very liminal, I hate using the word liminal, but liminal place, being chased or like trying to find something. 2, like spider-like, these weird spider-like creatures. I'm good with spiders normally, but it's like a weird off-brand spider, and they like crawl over me. And this isn't like the nightmare itself, but it's involved somehow, or fungus, and like fungus growing and stuff. And so yeah, I hate mold, I hate fungus. Ugh. It's the only type of horror I'm not like happy to see. Like I love body horror, but fungus body horror actually like creeps me out. Your toilet can explode. I don't know how it it was like something involving the part with the wall that it goes into connects to, but like I don't know how it exploded specifically, but all I saw is I heard a noise, I went to my roommate, and he was like completely naked except for underwear. He was only in his underwear, like water spraying out of the bathroom, and he was like fighting it, like inching forward, like like running into the Chernobyl reactor. It was like amazing. He was like fighting the water flow. And Nausicaa, let's see. In fact, okay, I'm a bit weird. I actually will engage with fungal body horror and stuff just to gross myself out. But like, oh wait, no, I've heard of this. I haven't watched it. Is this also the same? Oh, I can already see where this is going. I don't see any spoilers, and maybe I should watch it. But that's Nausicaa isn't a horror. Body horror is just fungi. I got you. Okay, it's kind of like Dora Hidoro. In's ability is to make. Basically, he has control over mushrooms. He can make mushrooms spontaneously grow inside of people, turn things into mushrooms. It's tough, but like I like it at the same time. It's a weird relationship. You really gotta watch it. It's the best Ghibli movie. It's true because I said it. Okay. I've only watched a few. I've heard. Okay, I've heard this. I haven't watched Porco Rosso, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure. I've heard it's good, but it's like a little bit overhyped. Of course, it's a Ghibli movie, so it's like great, right? But it's like people just give it a lot more credit than. That's what this is. I've heard it spontaneously. This could be true or not. I don't like Porco Rosso. One of my least favorites. Okay, so yeah, I guess. Okay. And because QR said it, it's true. So, but yeah, so okay. I've been meaning to watch that one. I think people just like the main character a lot. This is my initial assumption, is people just really like the main character, but its story itself is just meh. I think I've only watched one other Ghibli movie that I can't remember the name of, Spirited Away. Spirited Away is the most recent one I watched, and I can't remember the other. I have watched a few though. I don't think I've done my due diligence as an appreciator of beautiful things though, or a person who loves Ghibli music. Oh yeah, this reminds me of something. I was about to use the word LARP, and I think it's in. This is from a while ago because for some odd reason it pops up in my head. Gonna go AFK at like 10 minutes. Okay, thank you. Bear said a while ago that she mentioned loosely, that she's like hesitant to draw deadlock stuff because she feels like she's LARPing. And then I said like, that's your way of interacting with the material. But I feel like the more correct answer would have been to say LARPing gets its negative because it live action roleplay, right? It gets its negative connotation though from people who are trying to act like, that's the colloquial term, act like they have some stake, some personal relationship with an art that they don't have, right? So like Logan Paul with One Piece, LARPing in the negative sense. But so like if you make content expressing your appreciation of a media that sure you may not be grossly ingrained with, I still feel like you're positively engaging with the material, and anyone who calls you a LARPer is a LARPer, I guess. Like, it seems disingenuous. You're creatively engaging with it, maybe even maybe not the intended way with the material or the art. But I don't feel like that LARPception. Yeah, I don't feel like that denies you the ability to engage with the material at all, right? You're not claiming, like Logan Paul, for example, to like have this deep history and love for the IP, which you don't. Just factually, you don't, right? You're saying, hey, this looks cool at a surface level, and hey, that could be even a gateway with you to you like actually engaging with the material in the intended way. So in deadlock sense, making art for it could be something that actually gets you into the game. Is that true for me? I don't know. My friends really want me to play Deadlock. I don't really want to because I feel like my brain will explode. Deadlock looks crazy fun though. It's just like I feel like I have to have a notepad right next to me and like 3 alarms, stuff like that. Oh yeah, here we're gonna finish. Oh no, we won't. Like in my personal opinion, I can't imagine a single either, group I'm a part of or just a single piece of media where if you made art for it without engaging with it directly in the intended way, that it's bad, right? Unless it was like, you you make art for Berserk, specifically, oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? The Twink. Berserk Twink. Griffith, yeah, my bad. That was the first result, by the way. You make art for Griffith, not knowing how evil, spoilers at this point, right? What Griffith does, right? I wouldn't consider a LARP. It's just a bit, and people still make art of Griffith, right? It's just, it's a bit like you aren't informed of this. And in a way, that could possibly limit your art's connection with the original material because, like, knowing context, having that deeper love can make your art a little bit more meaningful. But I don't know, if you're drawing Billy because you like his white boy swag, or Silver because, I mean, look at her, right? I think it's perfectly fine. This pin, like I predicted, is dying, and it does upset me so. Oh my god, I saw red on the page, and I was like, yeah, it's because of this. I've been reading Dungeon Meshi, like I said earlier, and there was one character. I didn't know she had, Ryoko Koi had lycanthropes in Dungeon Meshi, and she does them so well. She has like this really cool like Animorphs sequence page. The further you get into Dungeon Meshi, the more you realize how well thought out literally everything is. I'm not going to call it like the most complex, deep plot or anything, but like there's a lot of really, really neat connections and things that she did that I just have the utmost respect for. In fact, that is probably the most well thought out world building that I've ever had. And you're like, One Piece, I'm like, Oda's just making that shit up. Which is great, but like, none of it's too connected. You're like, Kavel, sorry for using the mean voice. Kavel, look at all these connections. Like, he forged those after the fact. Come on. The snail phone is peak design. Yeah, he has amazing design, right? But what I look for in world building is like, it has a purpose. If that, or like it not only fits in with the world, but it has a purpose. Like the snail phone is the snail phone. It's creative. It's great, right? And it gives this like biological excuse for why we have phones, right? In One Piece. But then you get to like these weird islands. They're creative and they're really fun and cool. But like they don't have purpose beyond either just being unique, right? Meanwhile, some of the creative decisions not only were unique for Dungeon Meshi, but like have a purpose for the plot and stuff like that. I could probably be argued down from this take, but I'm trying to draw a distinction between like having design that's like really cool and engaging, and having design that's really cool and engaging and serves a function. But, that could probably... Does that make it inherently more valuable objectively? I don't know. For me, I like it more. Whoa, Kavel pulled the for me defense, which means you can't critique his opinion. No. Oda does have some really great designs, though. Other than women with, like, triple D size. Does triple D even exist? Moving on to this monitor outside the camera. Oh, they do. Yeah. I don't know how it works. I just say like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then like triple, double, single, or probably not single one. Okay, triple. Wait. Did I spell triple wrong and you saw that? Oh, triple D's. You got automated for saying twink. Yep. Triple D's berserk twink. That is my history. Here, wait. Let me look at my history on my. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I private browsered it. Did I? Wait, where is it? Control Shift T. Oh, so it's just Nausicaa and then Berserk Twink. Damn. I instinctively private browsered that. Okay. We're doing the slices now. The slices are 5 by 2.5, and we have 5 of them. 5 by 2.5. 5 times 2.5. Uh-oh. That's not a good number. It's not going to all fit. Yeah, it's a foot. We could fit all of it on here. It's just not going to look good. Such is life. Let's get to it. Did not mean to press that. But hey, I got to drink my drink without you guys looking, so that kind of worked. Any plans for the remainder of today, Barrington Mugwort? Full legal name, my bad. I voice cracked though, so it's okay, it's worth it. Take support from my mom. She wants me to make her an account. Ooh. Account on what? Just like computers in general? Actually, feel free to not say that if you want to protect like the platform that she's going on. Then again, it would be hard to guess. Unless it's like Barrington Momwort on Discord. You don't know. Huge. My ear's been like itchy, like the top of my ear. I have no idea why. Maybe it's the mold. I'm gonna blame the mold on everything. Discord account. The other day, where was I? I was in a store. Yeah, I was picking up something for my sister, and I just randomly heard the Discord ringing noise, and it like sent me into fight or flight because like someone was calling somebody on Discord on speaker in Target. Which just jump scared me. Sometimes I forget like that people know what Discord is, not that it's like this niche underground messaging app, but like just nerds use this, bro. And I forget nerds exist in the real world. Yo, Dio, it's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. You good seeing man. You get technical points for that because yeah, it's one like my only good senses. My cam froze? Oh my god, no, it's Do you think my cam froze or is just me being like really still? Which one was it? Because I have a feeling I know which one it was. Dude, I'm never escaping the stillness allegations. I'm too still of a fellow. I was still. The most still streamer award. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. 2.5. 2.5. One more. Fine, just resting. Heck yeah. I thought you said you were reading. I was like, ooh, what are you reading? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. That's nice. How's your day overall? Getting more active? Still, I assume you're still recovering. Doing that like hand thing was like painful. That was weird. Oh, that was a little bit off. Frick. Whatever. I've never cared in my whole life, actually. Ah, shoot. My hand is like sore from doing that now. Damn, how is that so off? It's like, hmm. Don't know how I managed that. It's at the end of the world now. Resting shit. Yeah, but what did you do during the day? Were you just resting all day? Rehab for 2 weeks? Gotcha, gotcha. That's why you weren't here. Ah, understood. You feeling better overall? The training and stuff. Heck yeah. Oh wait, this is 5 inches. Nice. Mm. We'll live. This will work. It's just gonna be weird. H. What's up, H? This is so tedious. Uncomfortable. Let me print it out, please. Wait a second. Oh no, that's wrong. Ooh. Glad I caught that. Huh? Oh, I'm a silly chud. Shoot. All of this is off. Dang it. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I messed it up twice. Whatever. How did I do that? Whatever. Thank God we plotted it out beforehand. Kind of like ran out of commentary points. I don't know. I think me doing that little story earlier just completely like reset my brain. I just ran out of things to talk about. But guess what? We're gonna have to talk about stuff because like we gotta finish these orthos today. I don't have to, but I want to. Streaming has made me seriously realize like how much of an art commentary is and like engaging with audiences and stuff. Like the disparity between like Northern Line and I, who I think probably Northern Line, Germa, maybe Vinny are probably like some of the best commentators. I'd say probably Northern Line and Germa. Vinny isn't bad, but and then you could have like people like Poke who are just good at making things funny, right? And then Germa and Vinny, right? I think that's more where they operate. But people like NL, not that he doesn't make things funny, but he's just great at engagement, rather. There you go. Only a couple extra dots. That is a little bit silly because I measured incorrectly, but it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to fit this in here. No, we will. Okay, cool. Just going to be a bit awkward. Oh shoot, I just realized I have so I've been through 3 cameras for all of my streaming history on this channel, right? I realized I can set one up so I can have we could have a camera at all times. Like when we're here, we could do that. Or over here, we could have one. You're evil, because yeah, I do need a posture check and we'll hydrate after this. Thank you. I was shrimping it hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here, for the others that you redeemed, we will wait a second and we'll do those right before BRB. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because we are so close to being finished with this. And we ought to dedicate some time to that. You still playing Unbeatable, or have you pivoted to drawing for some play? Also have a question for everybody, whoever may remain. This is a kind of a trend I've noticed. And I'm not sure if it's just me or everyone else. Keep waking up too early. Well, welcome, TS Block. Thank you. I was being distracted and looking for references the whole time, but I'm going to draw now, I promise. I get that feeling. Well, welcome, TS Block, and I'm sorry you keep waking up early. I keep doing the same. I keep waking up at like 6 a.m. When I usually wake up at 7. But what was I going to say? Do you guys feel like I've had this pattern personally where I draw something, I really like it, and then like I have an art high, and then after that, it's not that I'm unsatisfied with everything else I make. It's just I get into an art low and I'm like extremely self-critical as I'm making things. Do you guys experience that at all? And once again, thank you for joining us this early morning, TS Block. I hope you have a wonderful day. I've experienced similar thing in music in some mild form of that recently. Okay. It may be because like we hold ourselves to a higher standard that that's like my knee-jerk reaction. It's like, oh yeah, like we make something, we have high expectations of the next thing that we make to match that, right? Or match that feeling, but I'm not sure if that feels too simple to be true. It feels too like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But maybe, hey, Occam's razor, right? It's a combo of higher standards plus low self-confidence that I can achieve it again. Yeah. That fear, man. This happened this really I was thinking about this last night, and then there's the whole saying your mistakes more. That, of course. All of this is very true. Sometimes I'm drawing like the Bill drawing from like way back, right? With the like robe, that one. Like there were so many moments in that one where I was just like, holy shit, I'm having like literally in my seat like giddy. That I'm like, holy shit, I'm having so much fun doing this. It's looking great. I'm in a flow. And like day after day when I worked on that one, that's how I felt. Um and like I get that feeling still from time to time. Maybe a bit less frequently. But now it's followed by like, holy crap, I can lose this feeling. Like I get scared, like you said. Like I'm scared, like, oh, but like, will this keep going that way? And after like a lot of reflection about like when I have the most enjoyment out of art, it's or like when I don't end up being too self-critical is when I have the patience already to sit down, to ghost, to do all of these things. And when I lack that patience, it usually ends up being like I draw something really crappy and call it a night. Um, but I don't want it to just be like, oh, I can only draw when I have patience. I feel like that's lame. So I need to figure out a way to draw that's constructive for me, for lack of a better word, where I don't have to be in that state, right? There's a fear to it for sure, yeah. So yeah, I wanna find a way I can draw that I don't have to be patient, right? Of course, it will not be probably as easy, or like maybe not easy, but as like I'm gonna use a word that I don't like using too often in this way, but good. It's not gonna end up as good as when I have the patience to sit down and think through things. But that's okay because like we're not here to be good or bad. I just want to draw more and enjoy that, right? I need to figure out how to enjoy things when I don't have patience. Of course, I want to harbor self virtue and all these other things so I can be patient more often. But after 8 hours of work, chores, tending to myself, or whatever, patience may be and rare stuff. Do something big and epic in the near future. Yeah. And this is, it can be for me, right? It can be confused. I've confused it with making something big and epic and drawing itself being laborious. Like I can feel resistant and fearful, not just because like, oh, uh this was, whatever, I'll make an ugly drawing. But also it's just like I associate that big project with, well, if I want to draw things that good again, then it's gonna be this very laborious and calorie stealing, you know, like tiring thing. Which no, drawing doesn't have to be that way. That's only that way for me if I want to make something that's like, or try to make something that's pretty, right? What if I don't try to make something that's pretty? I just make something. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. Feeling that today. The labor makes it even harder. That confuses me because it should and is it just be fun. That's the ideal, yeah. It's those stupid expectations, man. In a way, I wish I could just forget that I drew something that I liked, right? So I don't have the expectations of the next time. Of course, I don't want to forget the things I make. I make them for a reason, right? To enjoy them, to share them with others, to encapsulate some part of the human experience. If I really wanted to say something that sounded noble, but yeah. Oh, we have to do midlines for this bit. And I'm kind of glad, and I feel like you can resonate this with your background in music, just a background in another skill-oriented task. But, we understand that, like, for me in the gym, not every day of the gym is enjoyable. But I'm not sure how close I can liken the gym to art or drawing. Talked about this, no, don't get too proud and happy with yourself. Oh, yeah, for sure. I just can't remember where. This is satisfying when it lines up. It's hard to be proud of yourself for there's like balancing the right amount of pride, right? Because when you do get it, you're like, oh, I finally got it. This is so enjoyable. I have pride in my work, and then you can't meet it again. And I guess it's because I'm not gonna call art hard to be reproducible, because if you draw 100 boxes, you could draw the next ones pretty similarly, consistently. That's why we draw 250 boxes, right? Is to build our intuition. But I don't know. Musculature is a much more difficult thing to be reproducible than boxes, just by its sheer complexity. There is some joy, and I know this sounds masochistic, found in climbing out of the art pit, right? Or the art rut. Because oftentimes when I climb out of it, it's by realizing new things about art and drawing, and realizing new things about me, and recontextualizing my work. That is the struggle that builds great artists, right? That's the quote that I probably stole from someone. That's the friction that builds great artists, is climbing out of that hole. Like the other day, I was looking at Rico Koi's. I was staring probably too much at the drawing of the winged lion that I put in the anime channel. And I realized, like, holy crap, I've been treating Contour hatching, like for example, one that I commonly see, um, is the muscle right here for the pec, that like goes onto the arm. There's usually hatching like right here because there's the tricep and but it goes over the tricep, so you want to like indicate there's a difference in form. Um, and I was like, wait, hatching isn't just like indicating form; it's also value by virtue. And I know that sounds stupid because like hatching is value. We learned that, but like I just forgot. I never made the connection that like Rokokoi is not only doing this to indicate form. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense because value when we talk about lighting, is the angle relative. We lose light when the angle relative to the light, and the surface is lesser, right? So it was a stupid aha moment that like anyone else could have, but it took me a moment to get that. But being in this, yeah. So just having to update your mindset. Oh yeah, no, that's what I was saying, like about yourself, or like recontextualizing how you look at art yourself and like how things are valuable to you. And I mean, Zapata's videos are a great way to kind of spur on that thought process. Cool. So guys, I'm lacking in the energy to continue doing with orthos, but I know I should. Right? So I want to find a way to make this break sustainable enough so I come back, I'm like, I'm ready. Because oftentimes after breaks, I feel tired. Um, but we need to 50% time for you or for me. Yeah, 50%. Yeah, 50% for me would be way too energy consuming. um, yeah, so we're gonna do a 3-minute ad break. I'm gonna go grab a snack. We honestly may just go play Minecraft on the beta server. We might just do that. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, so be back 3 minutes, then we'll decide what we're gonna do. Holy crap. Nice lady, Jess. She has 270 viewers right now. Absurd. Oh, I'm gonna put on my hoodie. Ooh. What's up, gamers? We're back. I actually pulled out my office chair so I can just like slouch while you guys can't see me. I also did my stretch break. And I also, what else do I have to do? I did my stretch break. I hydrated. I checked my posture. We're goated. Let's get some game duel up. You know, let's get some. I'm probably not going to do the last stretch of the game duel because like that is always a pain. Game duel. We also do game guesser. Oh, and TS block may still be here. Let's go. And then I'm kind of hating on the color one. The color one has disappointed me thoroughly. Oh, game duel update. Achievements are now available, and there's an iOS app. So there you go, guys. Let's get this open. There we go. We're back. Cool. Let's start. Oh, this has to be No Man's Sky. Starfield, No Man's Sky. The glove doesn't feel very No Man's Sky-y. But because you don't see your own gloves in the cockpit of No Man's Sky. But look at that blue up there. This has... yeah, we're going to go with it. Oh my gosh, it always wants the apostrophe, doesn't it? Nope, okay. Oh, it's a racing game. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is like a retro racing game too. This is like... yeah, I'm screwed. Is there like an original Formula game? Frick. I have no clue. This is going to be some obscure racing game. Oh. Chun. No. What would that be? I have no idea. Pole position. That actually kind of makes sense. Damn. Dude, that is some crazy cover art, by the way, for just this. Which I'm not hating on this, right? This was where we were at the time, but like... cool. Let's see. This is a character. Is this the... no. I was gonna say, this kind of reminds me of the dude from, oh my god. What's the fighting game where you have Soul Bad Guy? Guilty Gear. I'm gonna just throw in, oh wait, no, I don't know their name though. Give me a little bit more. Also should probably bring chat over here. This is still actually, I'm gonna go Persona. Oh, but we don't know the game. I'm such a chud. What? There's multiple people here then. Yeah, so we have to guess the character, right? Oh, no, it's artwork. Oh, I'm a chud. I thought it was guess the character. I'm so stupid. Huge. That's actually, I kind of like how they did the spine right here. I like this. Holy moly. TS block with it. This is just a drawing tutorial. I guess it's a ref sheet for some Japanese character. Boobs. I don't know. Are we just persona'd up today? Search by game. Persona. Aegis. Oh, that's real. That's actually more. I could get behind that. Did I spell it wrong? Done. There we go. This could be Junko. It is. Holy, I got lucky. Dang. Fun character sheet. Okay, here we go. Dating animal seasons. Does Animal Crossing have dating? Is that how that works? Night in the Woods. That's such a good choice. Stamina Turnips Village. Animal Crossing still? I don't know about the turnips. Night in the Woods is a good pick. Nope. Okay. Festivals gardening minigame. Oh wait, I took animals as in like anthropomorphic animals. This could be freaking Stardew, right? Does Stardew have minigames? Does it have stamina? It doesn't. Okay. Egg selling, horse riding, daily routine. I'm borked. Daily routine. And it wasn't any of the Animal Crossings. Farmville, that's actually kind of a good guess. Nope. Tool upgrades, day-night cycle, rival marriages? Rival marriages? Is this some like dating sim, farming dating sim? I think it's so cheap to put a dating sim in this. I know it's a game, but like, bro, actually no, it isn't. That's legit. Grandfather's farm, resource gathering, silent protagonist, marriage candidates. How is this not? Did I put Stardew? Yeah, I don't know, man. Skipping. Oh, oh no! Oh, Rice TS Block said it. Oh my god, I held it too long. TS Block is insane, and I'm a chud. It was like I said skipping because I was gonna wait a second. I should have given you more time. My apologies. I need to get you. I need to buy all of you guys like a big red button to buzz in. Okay, I'm gonna play this for like 4, and if I don't have any idea in 4, then we give up. Anyone want to submit the game that we will start with? If you say Minecraft, you get timed out for 2 seconds. And here, sorry, I was checking my phone. I guess we'll start with Stardew. Oh, Terraria. Ooh, okay. Holy crap. Good pick, you are. Very close to 2011, within 5 years. We have a side view, right? Yeah, 5 years older or newer. Side view. Let's see, side view game from 2012, 2013. This could be easily Mario. Side view. I feel like it would have co-op though. So let's throw in a single player game, a truly single player side. Yeah, so let's do like a. Oh wait, no, Escapist isn't side view. What are side view games? Mario is the only one I could think of. Now I have to know which one is like side view. Oh. Here we go. Dang it. It's co-op multi. Okay. So it's okay. It's much older than 2009. So that actually that helps us a lot. That means it's outside of 2000. Yeah. Within 5 years. So we can go up to 2014, 2015, and 2016. Side view games from 14, 15, or 16. This is a niche pick. Let's see if they have it. I think, let me double check. I know what it's called. Never mind. Side view games. Yeah, this may be the end of it. Oh, wait. Unity. So what's the shovel? Unity side scroller. No idea, it was 2017, right? Or like 2018. Oh, 2020. Ooh. Interesting. Clue in one attempt. Brother, you got me. Spelunky? Give me that clue. Mystery horror. Side view. I'm gonna give up. We're going on to the game guesser. Let's see what this was. Minecraft. Heaven will be mine. I'm just putting whatever to get it. Oh, Sally Face! Oh my god, I remember Jacksepticeye playing this. Holy crap. Well, shout out. That probably probably should have guessed that one. Anyways, here we go. We are now into guess the game territory. And I have absolutely no clue. Pray. We'll try it. Okay. This looks very nice. Great colors. I have never played Chicory Tales. I remember Chicory Tales like 2D, right? I don't know. I feel like this would just be called Chicory. Or what is it called? Yeah. Yeah, it is 2D. Frick. It's a farming cozy game. I've never heard of this. Wonder Stop. Holy crap! This is the oh my god! Forget C418 made the soundtrack for this game. It is really good. That makes so much sense. Give me a game OST game duel, and I'll do it. This is oh my god, the one where you perspective. Don't tell me I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at anything. It's the perspective game. Superliminal. Oof. There we go. Rise, I saw that stupid fire extinguisher. No. Or a fire alarm. Was it the fire alarm? Yeah. Or fire pull thing. Pull thing, fire thing, pull. Whatever it is. Okay, what do we got here? Resident Evil? Evil 8? I don't know. I'm just... Oh, okay. Red Dead 2. Thoughts? Thanks. I really got Red Dead 2. Actually, this is... I mean, I could totally see it now. Hindsight bias. Horse a... Wait, what's going on with the horse's tail? Am I crazy? Is that a horse? It's like supposed to be braided or something? This is not doing justice the graphical fidelity that Red Dead 2 has. Okay, no, we already had these. Okay, guys, what do we do? What do we do to still and ready ourselves to truly make me feel as if I've had a break? Guys, let's watch YouTube. Let's react to some YouTube. Guys, today we're going to be reacting to Zapata's drawing meditation number 42. Loldal? What is Loldal? There's no way that exists. Right. League of Legends? Bro, I've never touched League of Legends in my life. Here, wait, I found Listle, a curated list of the best daily games like Wordle. Okay, so I found a huge. There's one called Map Tap. Uh oh, don't do this to me. Wait, what is it? What is this game? Okay, this is interesting. We'll do that one. I'm trying to, yeah. This is absurd, but we're doing this. Oh, here we go. That's gonna be good. Because I need things like stupid enough for me to get right, right? Oh, here we go. Okay, we got some good ones coming up. Oh my god, there's so many. Wait, what is Druddle? Okay. Okay, we have a couple to do here that I think will be quite fun. One of these will get us copyright struck on YouTube. So, here we go. Okay. Guys, does this make me a variety streamer now? Okay, let's head over here. So this one is Map Tap. So tap as close as you can to Pasadena, California. I may suck at this one, but hey, this is if we like these could get added to the daily ones. I'm gonna assume Pasadena feels norther, so I'm gonna go like right here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna humiliate myself. Okay, cool. Okay, next one, Vatican City. Oh, here we go. Okay, Rome, which is like right here, right? Please. Okay. I've been there, so I hope I'll at least get it somewhat correct. Okay. Veracruz. Oof. Mexico City. Let's see, like Texas. Right. Mexico City is like probably right here. How? Oh, okay. I can get in there a little bit. Veracruz. I'm gonna go like more eastern for some other reason. Right here. Okay. Okay. Kolkata? Oh, dude. Oh, no. Uh, see, so like New Delhi is like right here ish. So Calcutta, oh no. I'm learning new things though. That is part of it. Okay. Come on, one more. Okay. Tap as close as you can to the Battle of Midway, World War II? What a long city name. Okay, Midway. Gotta be like over here. The midway. No, it has to be some like. Okay, so let's just be very. France. Let's go France. Let's say we're. Oh, my apologies. Right here. Oh. Like, bro. You're telling my geography teacher what? Oh, okay. Now we get facts, which is really cool. I'm gonna spin the globe around really quick, and everyone on YouTube can just pause if they want. Okay, let's continue to the next one. This is more or less. This one I feel like could be very much up my alley. You just click the one more or less, and come on, Louis Vuitton. Oh, 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 oh! I get the first one wrong, man. Oh, ghosts. Thank you, Safi. Welcome. Oh shoot. Oh my God. Wait. You've been here, and I've not been acknowledging that. Hello, Safi. It has to be ghosts. Oh, I suck at this. I suck at this so bad. Woke definition, dude. How's your day going, by the way? I hope you're having a good one, Safi. Woke definition or ghosts? Woke definition. Okay, I suck. I actually suck at this game. Emma Watson. Easy. Okay, finally. Okay. We're here. Rocket League versus Emma Watson. Bro, I thought I would be really good at this game. I really did. I really thought I would be okay at this. Emma Watson. Okay. Okay. Spotify streams. Going well? Pretty good. We're taking a big break today because I really want to do stuff, but I don't want to, like, overwhelm myself, right? Kodak Black or Sam Smith? Kodak Black. Don't even ask me. What? Oh my God. I don't even know who said it. Marvin Gaye or Sam Smith. Marvin Gaye is one of the greats, but Sam Smith seems to be, like, popular, right? So we're going to go there. Hans Zimmer, easy. What? Wait, no, not even though, because, like, I feel like people always, actually, okay, you have to be in a specific mood, but still, Charlie Puth versus Hans Zimmer, Charlie Puth. I also can't read Twitch. I'm watching 1440p or 144p. Awesome. QR and TS Block say hello. And then QR said woke definition has more, and then we were both wrong. Charlie Puth versus Logic. Charlie Puth. Okay, so that was better. Movie ratings, this is where I'm going to do terribly. The Purge has to be better than Dog. Oh my God. I don't even know what Dog is, bro. Sing 2 versus Dog. Sing 2. Thank God. Okay. Windfall versus Sing 2. I've never heard of Windfall before. But I feel like it's gonna be okay. That was just a guess. Instinct. I've never heard of Instinct either. Oh, I'm so not ready for this game. I'm gonna go Instinct though. Yeah, okay. We're safe. Versus Room. I think I've heard of Room, and I think it's good, right? Yes, okay. Okay, we're average 3 of 5, actually like 2.75. Okay, here we go. More or less. Wait, what do we do? Like sales? I'm assuming this is sales? Or like money? Or what it goes for? Kavel is NL maxing. I'm trying so hard. Yo, what's up, Toast? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I got a big list of like Wordle likes. Okay, Mojang. Yeah, like what the hell? Okay, I thought I was confused. Like the whole entirety of Apple or what? Okay. Virgin Mary grilled cheese sandwich versus first gen. Okay, if this is less than... Okay, thank God. How's your day going so far? Activision Blizzard is totally worth more than Virgin Mary grilled cheese sandwich. Are you crazy? Mark Zuckerberg's Little League baseball card? I'd be upset if that was worth any more than like... Okay, that's still a lot. Luck of Napoleon's hair, easy. Okay, I can at least do this one. I feel like all of those were obvious. Oh God, trivia. Okay. Passing touchdowns by Tom Brady through, or weeks Michael Jackson Thriller spent on the Billboard 200. Oof. 200. This. Passing touchdown. Battles Napoleon fought his career. Oh wait, no, that's less. I meant to click the other one. I'm such a chud. I need to slow down. Here's the... Okay. It took more years. There we go. Okay. Days the first moon landing mission lasted. This is more. Sorry, I don't know what I was doing. Days it took to build the Empire State Building. If it was 8, I would be amazed. There we go. Okay, I suck. That is the conclusion. Top 90%? I sucked. I was stupid. Prices really saved me, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, next game, Cuddle. Cut the shape perfectly in half. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Can I rotate it at all? Okay, I can't rotate it. That sucks. In half? Oh, like volume-wise. I'm a chud. So like these are effectively the same, right? But this has more, okay? Wait, what? Oh, how generous is it? Ratio distribution. Is this hard? Is this supposed to be a hard game? I'm not sure if that's good or not. Like, was this an easy day today? I have no clue. Cool. There's one I can at least do then. You got 48? Okay, then yeah, I feel like, okay, we're up there then. Heck yeah, both of us. I feel like we all have an advantage of, looking at volume alike. Okay, this is musical. I actually don't think I should play this on stream because we're going to get freaking, no, it's 50-50. Yeah, me neither. I think it rounds weirdly. I would play this musical, but like, I don't think we could do this on stream. I'll get content ID'd so fast. So here. Oh wait, here. Sorry. We're not done yet. Look at this. When was this photo taken? Okay, there's a calendar over here. Guys, we need to zoom. What month is it? Because we know the first day of that month. Let's see. What do we got? What context? Old cash register, maybe. Probably not. I don't know. A thingamabob. Black and white. I wish I knew more about history. Let's can I zoom out, please? No? Oh, okay. There. Black and white, so I think it's old. USA in the 1800s. That's what I was thinking. We're definitely probably before 1900. Never mind. I'm stupid. It only goes to that. Is this okay? So let's start doing like binary search. Do we believe this is before or after the war? We have light bulbs. This seems to be a common pub establishment. I feel like this is post-war. Or right before. I feel like this has to be 30s. We're near 32. Oh, I think I was a bit overzealous. I should have like paid attention to the edges of this. Okay, next one. Interesting. Military police. This is a bit of a sad image. I would have to say this is 60s. I mean, it's definitely post-war. Maybe even like this. Could this be Vietnam? I don't think so. I'm gonna say 60s. Why not 63? Screw it. 76. Actually, yeah. If it's Vietnam, then oops. I'm gonna Google. I'm such a chud because freaking moon landing, what, 69? So, oh yeah, no, Vietnam was 55 to 75. So, damn, is that long? I thought it was shorter. Oh, everybody play with the ball. Everybody, we love the ball. This image feels like it almost shouldn't be black and white. It wants to be more. Look at these outfits. We got like... Yo, what's up, monkey? Also, YouTube keeps auto-translating stuff and it pisses me off. It just translated yo as oh yeah. Like what? Monkey apparently walked in here like the Kool-Aid man. Everyone knows Big Ball Day happened in 1963. But actual knowers would know that Big Ball Day Part 2, where they did an even bigger ball, was actually 1982. Actually, no, it was 1979. Fuck! It was 67. I'm not a big ball knower, dude. Okay, here we go. Holy. Why can't we have something from like 2000? Holy Trinity Church. Then we're all both big ball posers, man. Big ball blasphemers. Absolutely zero ball knowledge. I wish. How's your day going, Mr. Monk? Furniture. They had furniture back then. You see, you see. This is post-war. Post-war. No. We're gonna go 30s this time. Oh, it's 10 again. 1910, bro. You're tired though? I feel that. Well, I hope you could take some time to do something that you love today. The Reiste, German, just dropping by. Wow, I can't speak. Huge. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by. This has to be like Industrial Revolution. This has to be 20s. Nice values, real. We can all respect that. It's everything's 1910, dude. Oh my god, I sucked at this. Wow. More games. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more, and then I'll grab a snack again. We may just chill, and then we'll head back to Orthos. I'm feeling my soul possibly slowly recovering. I need to get used to streaming longer. Turtle. I did really like higher or lower. That's probably my favorite, even though I sucked at it. Chess.com daily? Hell no. My problem is Lost Gamer, the GeoGuessr for video games, is just too easy if I've played on that map. Then again, Skyrim is a little bit harder because I haven't been all over Skyrim like I've been like GTA. There's so many Wordle likes. It actually made Overwatch duel. Guess the hero. Why can't any of these be like guess the Trent Fiddler drawing or something? Like something that I'd actually be decent at. I wouldn't be good at guessing the Trent Fiddler drawing. I think we grab a snack and I muscle through it, guys, and we return to whatever it's called. The drawing. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do a quick BRB. I'm just gonna grab a snack. I highly recommend all of you do the same. And then we'll do at least half of the orthos. We're gonna power through, guys. If I really hate it, then I'll just call it. But yeah, be right back. Alrighty. Let's fight, guys. Let's try our best. We gotta stream. We gotta get used to it. We gotta get used to streaming this long. Okay. Streamer hates streaming. Okay. Let me pull up. We're gonna pull up PureF here. We're gonna do big camera in a second, actually. And we're gonna get our ratios up because we have quite a few unique ones. Specifically, move this. 1/4, 3/8, 7/16, 9/16. 9/16 and 7/16 can be mirrored, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Unless it's like completely different. 3/8 and a 1/4. 1/4's gonna be easy. And that's all we need for that one. All the others, that's where it gets a little bit complicated. But we'll get to those as we do. Oh my god, I dropped it and I got so scared. Okay, here, right. Dividing planes into equal halves, or whatever it's called. I'm going to look at the 16ths and stuff first. And here, I'll actually do this real quick. Alrighty, let's see if this works. There we go. Cool. Then we have a little bit of both. So that's all we need. I mean, most of these I could do off the top of my head. So thankfully we have that. We need the 7 and whatever 16ths. So we'll try to plot that. That's this one, or this 9, I guess. 9 and 7/16, which we're actually gonna get through over here. Oops. I like using this version more. Nice, nice. So it means we need both of these, unless we mirror. Either or. Yo, Jolly, it's great to see you. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. So I'm tempted to mirror it. There'd be nothing lost by mirroring it. We would clear up more room. And I feel like these small optimizations add up. Doing fine, didn't really get any sleep today. Oof, I'm sorry. I know it's like very early or technically very late for you. But thank you for stopping by regardless. I hope you do get some more sleep going forward. See, I think all we need to do is this, because where's our 3/8? That's 6/16. This is 4/16. Oh wait, 6/16 is right below it. I'm so dumb. Yeah, so we definitely need that. That's the middle line and the bottom line here, which is the bottom 4th. So yeah, we can do. So we just need this lower diagonal. That's how we get our 4th. And then from that 4th, we draw up to here. Then there we get our 7 and 6/16, and then we get our 9th by mirroring from it. And that should be a lot of these measurements, I believe. Let's move this back a little bit. Yeah. Cool. That's a lot simpler than I expected it to be, but let's not let that distract us, convince us that it's going to be easy. Yeah, we'll see how difficult this page is going to be. Because we may do we may do this page and then call it for the day, and then do the next page tomorrow, maybe even start the box. We'll see. Okay, so yes, first step is to do this lower one right here. That's how we get our 4th. Nice. From there, we have our true diagonal. Nice. Then from there, we do the line to here. Yeah. Because that will get us. Then we do this. Yeah, cool. I would try to explain it better, but we're 3 hours in. I've lost my ability to explain things. Technically, we don't even need to draw this line. We just need to find the points that it intersects. There we go. And then let's see, do we need to draw this all the way across? Yes, because these are slices. So we go. What time is it there? It is currently 5 p.m. So, just nearing the end of the day, where I'd probably start making dinner or something like that. What time is it where you are? Seven a.m. Oof. Well, good morning. Sorry you didn't get as much sleep as you could. There we go. And then we mirror this, which easier said than done. What is your typical morning routine? Mine is I wake up, I stay in bed for way too long, and then I make my favorite breakfast, which is breakfast tacos. Sit down with a nice cup of tea, and watch whatever show I'm watching, quick episode, and I'm off for the day. That's if I get a nice and slow morning and I'm not like behind or anything, which is rare when I was doing school more, but so Cav, when are you going to stream 2 times per day? You still wanna? I was thinking about yeah. That's I would like it to be best because like if I stream 2 times per day, that's a good amount to get like work with everyone's schedules. In fact, I've been meaning to test if it would actually like work because the ideal is both streams get put into one VOD for one day, right? Um, we'll see. I still need to experiment if it works first and foremost. Um, but also, if I have that much energy or time in the day, because even though I'm unemployed and doing whatever, I am working on some side stuff right now, and that may take up my time overall. Works. So like, all the European people, all the American, like US and like Americas, and then Asian times, if I could find something that works for all that. Feed the chicken, tea time, cooking some nuggets, bath, YouTube, and go to campus. Repeat. Sounds like a nice morning. Feeding the chickens. You have chickens. Feed the dog too. Heck yeah. I've always wanted chickens or quail. Either or. Yeah. Like I wish I could own enough like property to have like quail, right? I feel like that's it does take a lot to protect them, but like one, they're adorable, two, free food, right? It's such a good win. Yeah. Alrighty, that's all of it right here. We're done. That's it. So let's continue. Question. Do we need to make lines on the side? Yes. New question. Do we need to do an ortho for the side? That's a good question. We don't have the luxury of our object being mostly symmetrical this time. And chickens are really cute. I love them. How many chickens do you have? Let's see. An ortho over here, what would we need? I mean, we would need it for all of our slices. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we only have 4 slices. Yeah, never mind. We have 5 orthos, 6 planes, 5 slices. Because the ideal is we just project. Like 15 to 20. Oh my gosh. I expected you to have like 7 or something. Like, that's awesome. Plenty of eggs. Holy. It's mating and hatching time. Gotcha. Huh. Do we want to do this? Because we just do the exact same procedure right there. Last time, we didn't need to. Because our VPs were marked. And I want to mark our VPs again, by the way. Not mark them, but like have really explicit ones. That just went so well last time. That made my life so much easier. When I was just willing to make the box a little bit more foreshortened. Yeah, screw it. No side ortho. Because I'm evil. I'm sick and twisted, guys. Cool. Okay, that's 2 orthos down. Even though we kind of cheaped one. Let's make the others. Here is where it gets crazy. We'll label these slices 1, 2, and 4. And then top and bottom. Nice. And then top and bottom. Let's do bottom and top, I guess. The order does not matter. My OCD just cares, I guess. Nice. Okay. So we're going to start with the bottom. We have a rectangle in the center that is 1/3 to 2/3. That doesn't seem right. Only a third large? I guess because the diameter of the neck is a third, right? That'd be slice 2, which is a third. Posture check. Ah, oh, you got me. Damn. That was a good time for it. You're going to get a pizza? Ooh, what kind of pizza? Oh. I'm just double checking my math here. I'm just going to write explicitly 1/3, 1/2, 1/4. A for arbitrary. I think there's a name for it in English. Oh, interesting. What's on it? If you could figure that out, if it's manageable to say in English. Heck yeah, we're getting to learn about some exotic pizza. Yeah, I think this will work. Yeah. Make one up. That's even better. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do 1/3 over here. Then a fourth. What's the best way to get a fourth through this? Let's also get our 1/3 diagram up just to have it on us. Yep. Okay. See, to make a fourth, we would need to do one of these, and we can't get a third that way. So looks like we'll need 2 lines. Darn. I was hoping to avoid that. Interesting. There's 2 flavors, one with 4 types of cheeses and one with mozzarella, pepperoni, ham, and olives. Oh, 4 different types of cheeses. Holy moly. That sounds great. Now I really want pizza. Oh, I'm so hungry. I really need to eat like a full meal before stream, and then maybe some. Okay, let's see. How do we want to do this? Yeah. I think this is the most efficient way. We'll see though. This seems so small. What country did you support for a World Cup if you watch football? I sadly do not. So I can't say I've supported any so far. What about you guys? And let's stay civil, remember. I understand passions for football can get mighty hot, so let's remember to stay civil here. Football is really fun to watch though. Let's be civil, guys. I supported World War II. And we technically even need to plot that line. I'm so stupid. Oh, whatever. I don't like football. Interesting. To World Guesser? I'm sorry. That one's over my head. I get the World Guesser. I'm just trying to remember. Other than the stupid World War II guess. That was in the middle of the ocean. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. World War II. Oh, there we are. Okay. Sorry, that took me a second. Oh, shoot. I mean, that's where my mom lives, so don't laugh at that city name too much. What's world guess? Or you guess which world you landed in? It's close. They tell you a city, and you have to pick on the map where it is without like any. It just shows you like the 3D world, and you have to click like randomly. It doesn't tell you any state or country lines. It's actually I quite liked it. I sucked at it. I could get within the country, right? But like other than that, actually no. If it told me like Kazakhstan, I'd be like, oh, I have no clue. Plain guesser, exactly. Okay, I do need this line. Yeah, I didn't need these lines either. Holy crap. Optimization moment. That's kind of the theme of this one so far. The last line you need to make a point, you can just skip and use the ruler. This seems crazy small, but I'm going to trust. Is it scary? Yeah. So we could have saved 3 lines from this. Cool, cool. Okay, there's that one. Now it's going to get much harder from here, and I kind of don't want to do it. So we're going to see how I feel. So slice number 2, we have sixth and a third. 1/3 in the 2 direction. Slice 2. Because yeah, slice 1 is redonkulous. I don't know why I said redonkulous. I don't know who I am. Uh this is gonna suck. So I see what I'm supposed to do. It's just gonna really be lame. Okay. Okay. So for slice 2, I'm gonna do a third again. Remember, we can save lines this time. This only works if we know the VP. Know the VP quite well. Now we need to do 1/6 this way. 1/6 and 5/6, which we can get away with one of those being projected, so we only have to do it once. There we go. And this will give us it, right? Because we do this, and then the diagonal will give us, yeah, okay, cool. So I'm a chud. It's fine. but I did technically do it wrong, but it's okay. I should just probably face the right way. Oh, so we could have skipped a line entirely right there. Holy. We're learning about all the optimizations. I hope I remember this in like a day whenever we start the box and do the orthos there. So, we don't even need to project it. We just know it's right here. Isn't geometry amazing? Nice. Okay. That wasn't as horrible as I thought it'd be. That's slice 2 done. We're on a bit of a roll. Slice 4. Oh. Germo's live. Ranking every video game that had an impact. Is this the 250, the big 250 or whatever it's called? Like he ranks all the games? That'd be intense if so. So yeah, all that's really left is slice 4, and we'll leave the other 2 slices for tomorrow. Slice 4 is going to be involved though, because we have 2 ellipses. That I do not want to do. I mean, finish the Freshener bottle a day. You bet. No, but we are going at a better pace, and I think I'm being blessed with the fact that these orthos are not as bad as I thought they'd be. I think I've just been scarred by all the previous ones. I love geometry. Who doesn't, man? They're so great. There, I guess. Yeah, let's anthropomorphize geometry real quick. So we need to go 1/4, and then we need to do our 8th, specifically 3/8 to 5/8. Let's get that in here. I just like landed on my heel weird. That was interesting. Whoosh. Cool. Okay. So to get our 3/8, we need this arrow and this line. The arrow could be skipped, so we just need that line. Where does that line come from? That comes from the, oh, I forgot how horrible this is. That comes from the intersection between here and here, the 4th. We do need the 4th already. So we just need an optimal way of getting the 4th, which we can use that line, which we can also once again skip. I see, okay. So we have this line. Oh, wait, we have to make sure we're doing this in the right direction. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so in the 2, this is going to be the 1/4 one, so 3/8. So to start with the 3/8, go right here, find the middle, draw up from the middle. Oh. Do we actually need to draw up from it? Yes, because we're going to use it anyways. Yeah. I'm having a bit of a chicken and the egg situation here, but we'll get through it. Ah, shoot. We're going to use this anyways, but I feel mad about it. I've been, so I haven't had like many crazy new anime or like old anime to watch, like classics, like let's say, Hunter x Hunter, right? And that's like you had the whole thing's finished. It's not finished, but um, and so I don't have to wait weekly for stuff. But now that I'm waiting weekly, all I have that's like actually decent is Witch Hat Atelier and Dorohedoro. So I've been watching what I call slop anime, which is mean and derogatory. It's just like stuff that isn't like the premiere stuff and isn't really particularly like engaging. There's one, it's called like Kunoski's or Kunos, I can't remember how you pronounce his name. Garden of the Gods. It's cute. I love it. I love it a ton. If you're looking for something that's like very not too impactful, Garden of the Gods, that's really good. How's the mascot drawing, by the way? I think I didn't stick around to that stream. We ended up not coloring it, but I really should color it. So we had to do that. Okay, that was a bit of a happy accident because I didn't expect it to go that way. Which had to isn't it? I love it so much. I once it's the anime is caught up or like and it's done with this season, I'm gonna start reading it because man, it's so great. Who Hero Academia? Oh, that's an insult. Uh, Witch Hat Atelier. It's a pretty good high fantasy witchcraft based anime that I am in love with. I want it to be Frierin's successor because Frieren may not get finished. And it's just so enjoyable, right? Let's see. So now we need to make the 3/8. Which means we do need the diamond. Or at least one of those lines. Oh, and we need that top fourth, right? Yes. Hee 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 ha. It all works out at the end. That's what I wish I could say. Oh, that's not symmetrical. Ooh, that's not good. We'll pretend it is for my sake, okay? Don't know how that happened. Let's see, we want it just in the interior. We don't need to go all the way with it. Too many cheese. Okay. Now we need our 3/8, which we get from the diagonal. Yep. This is epic. Was my math wrong? It doesn't look right. Uh-oh. No. Okay. It's a little bit off, but I think it's more so human error. 1.5 or 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. We're fine. Cool. Okay. That looks rather simple for what it takes. Cool. So we're going to end it here, everybody. Crazy successful day. What was that, like an extra 20 minutes? 30-ish minutes? I'm very happy with that. Sure, we could keep going, but I don't want to overdo it. And plus, I have to make dinner. So thank you all very much for joining. We had a big turnout today, guys. Thank you all so much for joining. Toast, Jolly, QR, Bear, Monk, and Safi, and Dio. Great to see you all, sincerely. We will be streaming every day this week. Pretty typical. The ideal is I finish lesson 6 soon. That's really what would make me happen. Tomorrow we're going to finish these orthos, work on the box, all that good stuff. Oh, and we have the promptathon. June promptathon's coming up in a couple weeks, so keep that in mind. Once again, thank you all for joining, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.